pop out the chat.
Yeah. So I went ahead and I went to I went ahead and went right to what's it called? I'm trying to go to Twitch real quick. Yeah, sorry guys, we're starting in just a second. I just wanted to get the stream up so that way I could make sure I change the title of what it is, and
Quick.
it is
Yeah.
good. It is good. So I want to thank Duel for appearing again on the talk show. I really appreciate this. I'm glad we're able to do this. It's quite fun. So
Does it look okay like this? Because I
yeah,
took down the light a bit because it was making me look bright white.
yeah.
Hopefully it looks fine.
I don't always wear the glasses, but I usually need them to see on my monitor. So, anyways, guys, first thing I wanted to get into is Resident Evil 7. I think it's a solid title. A lot of people are really upset about the fact that they're using the name Resident Evil. I know I was talking to a streamer earlier. He was talking about the fact that he wished they wouldn't have used that name. And I guess I can kind of understand where he's coming from. But then again, like you see with games like Final Fantasy, I mean, they're in the same universe, but yet they use different characters a lot of times, you know? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen any gameplay of it at all? Do you have an
Uh,
opinion?
I've seen a good amount of gameplay. I haven't seen an abundant amount because I don't want to spoil most
Right,
of
right,
the
right.
features of it. Same with Final Fantasy 15 that's coming
Right.
out. I do want to play them both. If you can hear clicking in the background, that's me playing Destiny, well, on the screen. Yeah, I think I will get it. I will get it soon. But with people saying about Resident Evil, that's what it really was about the first ones. It was about you being in a haunted-ish house with zombies and bad things happening to you.
Exactly. And then I mean it's got the puzzle elements to it. I mean, I'm not going to
Mm,
go in too far into that for you. I
no,
don't want to
no,
ruin it, but there is a lot of puzzles, and I think that stands true to what the series was originally about.
yeah.
Um, but
I,
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 you know,
no, go on.
I was going to say it's a first person, which a lot of people don't like that fact that it's a Resident Evil and it's first person, but I think it's well done, and I mean it's really highlighting the fact that the VR, the VR sort of technology is really, it really showcases what it's able to do, and I think that's what's cool about this game. Um,
Mm,
you don't have to play it in VR, but
no, I'm not going to play it in VR because I'm not really that big of a fan of VR. But I do think the first person's perspective is actually good for it because it gets you more invested in it if
right.
you're in first person. If it was third person, it wouldn't have the same impact because it's not technically happening to the character; it's happened to you. Anything that happens,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
which works.
but yeah, I was just saying for anybody, regardless of if it's a VR experience you're looking for, or if it's just a fun like horror game, this is definitely a solid title. And I mean,
Mm.
people could say what they will, but I had a great time playing it, and I highly recommend it.
I think I'll have a lot of fun. A lot of people are
It's
saying
fun.
that as soon as you complete it, there are a few things that you can do afterwards, like secrets and stuff you can pick up. I
Yeah,
have heard, but I didn't really ask more ones because don't want spoilers.
yeah, I would say one exciting thing for people is there are Easter eggs. So read
Mm,
everything that you find because there's a lot of information that's not said, and you kind of have to. It helps with the narrative. And I like that. I like when you have to, you know, take a
mm.
bit of effort to actually get the narrative out. Like I think that makes it more fun
Yeah,
because you can it's kind of based off of you exploring it, and it makes the realism really come out because like that's how you kind of build stories in life. Like if you were investigating something, you would have to actually investigate,
yeah.
not just
That,
see it.
that's what reminds me of with if anyone's played Resident Evil 1 and 2, they were back. I think it was, what was it on? Was it PlayStation, I think? 1 and 2? I think they were PlayStation.
Well, actually, I have the
Um,
cartridge over there for
mm.
N64 for the second one.
Oh, they were a lot of different. They did spread it across the load of systems for Resident Evil 1 and 2. Um,
Yeah,
it was very much puzzles, and then the combat was kind of like a secondary thing. It's more hide. It's more run away and conserve your ammo for when you need it,
Right, right. And then
which I like.
yeah, and then to move on from Resident Evil, Kingdom Hearts came out, which I haven't seen.
Mm.
I've seen it a little bit. I saw one of my coworkers playing it, and
I
you
haven't
know,
seen it yet, but I don't want to spoil it because I will get at some point because I'm very big on Kingdom Hearts, so I'm gonna get the third one when it comes out as well.
yeah,
But
I'm planning on getting. I actually heard about shortly here. I don't know the exact date, but they're coming out with Kingdom Hearts again on the PS4, like the
oh, they've already done them before, I think.
remaster for Kingdom. I'm just looking this up, guys. I know
Oh,
I should have.
oh, they might do it for the PS4. I think they did it before with the PS3 that I
Right,
played it on.
right, right. Yeah. So here it is. Here's what I was looking at. So they're going to do Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 remix for
Mm.
PlayStation 4. Um, it says releases on March 28th.
Ah,
So I'd like to pick that up because I've never experienced Kingdom Hearts, and a
oh,
buddy
yeah,
a buddy
oh,
told me that it would be a good start for me.
yeah, I'd recommend it. The HD remake does help a lot of stuff, add some stuff in. Most of the stuff they got rid of in the Japanese when they brought it
Right.
over.
Yeah.
So you got, well, I don't want to spoil any of the missions, but some of them are really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I want
Some of the
to.
bosses and stuff that
Yeah.
they added in.
Because
It
I
was
want
like,
to
where was
either
this?
do like a let's play or a
Hmm,
stream of it. I think I'm gonna do a stream of it. Just because I like experiencing new stuff that I've never experienced. That other people get to kind of see my reaction to something
hmm.
I've never done.
I
Um.
think I think
No.
the thing you'll notice is jumping from the first one to the second one, because the second one they added a lot of stuff.
Oh,
The
really?
second one they added with the final mix they added new difficulty mode.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
originally you had beginner, normal, and proud, and now they added in the Japanese one they added critical, which basically when you're dead, but they give you a hell of a lot of like most of your top end abilities to fight with.
Gotcha.
So bosses are really really hard, but it's basically if you want to have a challenge, which I did it on critical, but it took forever.
Yeah. So I can't really think of like anything else that's kind of come. I'm trying to think of what else has come out. I mean, I mean, the biggest title I can think of at this moment that came out like this week is Resident Evil 7, or
Yeah, I don't.
like within the last 2 weeks or whatever. I forget. The days all kind of combined together sometimes for me. But
I don't think I'll get the Kingdom Hearts bundled together because I've already played it on the PS3, so it seems a bit, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. I mean, I haven't, so I mean, I could
Mm.
see,
It's good if you haven't played them
I
again.
could see the value in it for myself. Buying
Well,
that.
yeah, if I haven't played it before, I'd get it in a heartbeat. But
Right.
it's very similar, just on the separate console, and I don't really. It's one of those games you play it once on. Well, it's very going to be very similar the PS3 and the PS4 in a lot of ways. Just graphics updates probably for the PS4. Um, but it will be good. I know I need to test out Watch Dogs 2 because I've heard
Yeah.
things about that. I've heard it's better than Watch Dogs 1, but people are still meh about it. People are
Yeah.
still meh a bit.
Yeah, I want to get into that, but there was also I forgot about this, but there was also I was just looking at this. I was just curious. There was also they released oh yeah, they released the beta for For Honor, and I got to
Mm,
actually watch that. Uh, Scumbag Sco, which I want to highlight,
yeah,
is a definitely an awesome streamer. Check him out. I just wanted to give him a shout out, just
yeah.
because I love him.
I
And
I never got the key.
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
I,
get the
I I didn't win the key either, but I saw it in the fight style. He explained it. It seemed pretty simple. He seemed more leaning towards a controller being the best method
yeah.
if you're on. Well, regardless of format. Obviously with PC there's two options with everything else there isn't really. It's just,
So you
you know,
kind of just deal with it.
yeah, you kind of deal with, but it seemed pretty intuitive. It seemed like it was a lot of fun, especially a
Mm,
lot of the bigger battles that you would get into. Um, so it's like knights fighting. If you're unaware of it, if people are hearing about this for the first time, it's
mm,
basically knights or it's samurais or it's uh Vikings. There might be
yeah.
more. There's probably going to be more. I wouldn't be
If
surprised.
uh, if anyone's wondering about it, if anyone's played Chivalry, it's very much like that
Yeah,
kind
there you
of.
go. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
never played
it's
it,
just
but
as
I
a
know it.
combat,
Yeah.
yeah, just as a comparison, just in case anyone's played Chivalry and they're like, oh, I don't know, but they're very similar in some ways, but they seem to have dated a lot of the stuff, so it's not as buggy because it really was buggy Chivalry. There are a few other games I'd like to mention about that have come out that I'm probably gonna get.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
what else you got?
Dishonored 2. Have you heard good things about Dishonored 2?
Yeah, I've actually touched that. I haven't. I have
Mm,
not finished it. That is a game that I actually definitely need to go back and kind of work on a bit because I haven't.
yeah,
I want to beat it.
yeah. I played all the way through one on high chaos and low chaos and everything like that. And then I saw the second one come out, and the moment the second one came out, I literally had no money on me, so I wasn't able to buy it. So if I get some money in the future, I'll definitely go for it. I'll definitely give it a go because I loved the first one. I
Yeah,
thought it was really,
yeah,
really good.
yeah. I was just seeing another game that looks like it might have been released quite recently. It's Conan's Exiles. I don't know if that's been out.
I think it's out at the moment. I heard some people talking about it, but I not really. I don't think it'll really be my cup of tea. But I'll have a look at it
Yeah,
just to see what it's
it was
like.
just
But
something I was kind of
mm,
overlooking here. Thought I'd bring up. It looks like it's a pretty fun sort of fighting style on this. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion yet because I haven't really,
it was the same with Deus Ex as well. I'm not sure about that. I wasn't.
I mean, I like the first one. I thought the first one was
Mm.
cool.
A lot of people have said the newer one's very. It's not as fleshed out as the first one was. Like it seems there barely any boss fights or anything like that. It's more go here, do this type thing, which was
Yeah,
is a little bit weird to jump from that to from oh you can jump through the roof or sneak your way through or punch someone through a wall or something. It is like less options now. It's just either shoot them or go.
yeah,
It's like shoot them or you're gonna have a terrible time. Uh, but I've heard a little bit of things about that about Watch Dogs 2 as well. That it's really easy,
yeah.
which I'm a little bit concerned about.
I heard the online though was really fun. That's
Hmm.
one thing that I thought was really awesome. Hey, Snowy, thanks for coming in. I appreciate that, man.
Hello, Snowy. I'll give him a wave. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm still used to getting used to the webcam with my face.
Yeah, yeah. But
It's like really zoomed in. I don't know why.
in
I'm gonna have
terms
to recheck it.
in terms of games though, I think that's pretty much all I had. I'm also going to not once I upload this to YouTube, I'm going to kind of cut some stuff and make it a little bit different for the YouTube format. But that's because Dr. Filthy for Filthy Gaming, he came on the show. We had a bit of an interview beforehand because I didn't know. I'm waiting on a repairman for my wheelchair, of all
Ah, right.
things, because he's supposed to replace my batteries. And it's this whole long thing. But anyways, it was a really interesting interview because this is up and coming. He's starting to get pretty big. Like he's got a reasonable amount of followers. I think
I think that was my Discord
it's in the
community.
thousands or something like that. I gotta check what exactly it is because I don't want to completely you know make it
Yeah,
sound worse than it is or better, or I want to make sure I'm straight up about it here. So let's take a look here. Yeah, I hate to do that during the middle of this, but I'd rather have it right than
I'm trying to think of any other games because I did have a couple. Dishonored was one.
yeah,
Resident Evil we've talked about.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so
I
here it
I
is. Here it is for Filthy. Sorry to
mm,
interrupt, but
no problem.
he's sitting at 2,110 subscribers, which is nothing to shake your head at. I mean, this he's been doing this for 6 months and he's already there. So to me,
Mm,
that's amazing growth. Okay, and then as far as like Twitter goes, I mean, he's pretty high up there as well. Which I'll actually take a look at that real quick while we're at it,
yeah.
because we might as well get all our stuff right while we're doing this.
Mm,
So if we go to Filthy Gaming, yeah, that's it's Filthy Gaming, or it's at Filthy Gaming MD. Check it out and check out his videos. He's got his YouTube right there. You can click on it and you can go to it. It's like the first thing there. So basically, let's see. He's he's following 14.2K and his
mm,
followers are 14.3K, which that is always an amazing thing whenever
yeah.
your followers surpass who you're following. That is always a awesome thing to be happening.
Mm.
So,
I think mine's close to that, but no, not close to like 14k. I mean, close to close where the following and the followers are
yeah.
close. But
Yeah,
I'm not near 14k. I got another like 12k to go. So
yeah, so the other thing with this guy, the other thing that's cool is that he actually owns his own MLG team. That's something new that he just started, and I just thought that was really interesting because there is a lot of money in that. And I mean, obviously, I'm not. Obviously, I would love to. I'd love to be doing this and getting paid to do it, but that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy gaming anyways. I mean, it's something I enjoy anyways, and it's
mm,
something that I love the community and I love being part of it. And I would love to be able to, it would be cool, a cool job to have. But of course, the cards have to line up correctly for that to happen. So,
it it shows it with me. They can't say I don't love games because I'm playing games while we're chatting now.
right, right, right,
I'm playing Destiny as we speak.
yeah. But
Just as a background thing to play while talking. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be staring at the lens, and people are gonna think I'm freaky. They be like,
yeah,
"Stop staring at me, please."
yeah. So if I'm looking away at the camera, it's just
Mm,
because I'm kind of looking things up on the web to make sure we're getting
yeah.
information right, which I'm trying not to do. I'm really trying not to do that, but I just so I mean that's really the YouTuber that I would highlight for this week is
Mm,
Filthy Gaming MD. Check him out. He's I think he's one of the more genuine people because I think at some point in YouTube I feel like uh, being genuine sometimes can be lost.
mm.
And
But
it's
oh,
not
go on.
essentially it's it's not essentially it's not always your fault that that happens. It's just
No,
because if you're at a sure heavy volume, like you look at someone like PewDiePie, okay, a lot of people can't stand him. Some people love him, okay,
I don't watch his videos because
but
no,
he definitely, I can't discredit him
no.
as being successful because he is widely successful. He is one of the most successful YouTubers of all time.
Well, yeah,
Debatably.
it's a thing. It's like you
Well,
may not like his
yeah.
stuff, but you can understand why people like his stuff.
Yeah, I mean some of it is funny, but I can't watch it all the time, okay? But
No,
some of it's entertaining. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't.
mm.
But you
Yeah,
know,
some are entertaining, but
yeah.
it's not like I wouldn't sit down and watch it like I would some other
Yeah.
YouTubers.
I mean, he revolutionized a genre in many ways because let's face it, Let's Plays kind of were put on the map by him
Mm.
because
He
he's not a great gamer. He's okay.
he was more he got like indie games and stuff, like
Yeah.
really obscure games noticed quite quickly. Like I remember one of his ones was what was it, Goat Simulator. He like made that like go viral for people.
Yeah, that game was so silly.
And you also had Skate as well. One of the skates he played, I think it was Skate 3, and the producers were like, we can't sell them fast enough. We have to make more
Yeah.
because people are clawing over each other to try and get it because PewDiePie had played it.
Yeah. Now there's this thing, like I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but it's just driving me nuts and it has nothing to do with gaming. um It's not political, but it has nothing
Hmm.
to do with that. I just want to make that clear so that way nobody thinks I'm going down that road.
I am slightly concerned where this is going.
Okay, so there's this chick online, okay, that I
Oh
looked
God.
up. I looked up, okay. There's this
Oh God, I think I know what you're on about.
Okay, this has been something that has been a trending topic, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I've seen it like everywhere. There's this chick named Poppy that's on the internet right now. And I don't
Right, okay, I'm thinking of a different person.
Okay, I don't know if you've heard any of this, but there's this whole crazy thing, okay? Because basically there was this chick some years ago. I'm gonna just go into this. I don't know why I am, but it's just
Go for it, man. It's up
why
to you.
not?
I'm
It's a
not
talk
joining.
show. So,
It's
anyways,
your show.
so there was this chick. Oh, what's her name? Mars. Let me. It's going to kill me. I was looking up this all day. Like, I don't know why. It was the silliest thing ever. It just, I was looking up this one particular thing and it kind of led down a road.
Led down the road and you didn't know where you were. You just like walk up and you're just like, where the hell?
All right, so basically, you have this chick. Uh, what was it? I just had it. Mars Argo, okay, and Mars Argo had a show some years ago, the computer store where the computer show, which was this really strange, like a really off-putting thing where it was like a satire where they were almost being like, like they'd be talking about suicide or something and saying you'll be
Hmm.
okay, you'll be like, like they were just doing like I don't know how to explain it. It's something you have to watch to understand, or
I
don't
don't think I'd watch
or
it, you
don't
know.
watch it. Is more of what. All right. Well, hold on. Hold that thought. We're going to have to stop this stream, and I'll be back to this. Okay. Like,
What's that? What's that?
hey, hold on 1 second. I just need to change out of my wheelchair here, and then so he can repair this. So just bear with me a
Uh,
moment here
no problem.
while I take care of some things here. Hold on.
Shall I entertain the
Just in the
stream
middle
while
of
I'm
this,
here?
but I'll be right back. Yeah. Well, he just needs the chair. So hold on. I just gotta get this all squared away real quick.
I look a bit like a statue. Hmm.
Oh, feel free to talk to the folks if you want.
I, I can't even hear him. I could just hear.
Want to move on to something else.
I think he said I'm allowed to talk to people. Hello, everybody. I, I, I should bring up the chat, shouldn't I? Okay, I got the chat. Hello, people. Don't worry, I haven't taken over his stream. He's just going to do something for a minute. I'm currently playing Destiny while I'm here. But I was slightly wondering what he was, if he was on about a separate YouTuber. I won't mention the name because I thought it was a completely different topic.
Who?
Don't think I've seen you before, Dragon. Hijacking
All
live.
right.
Yep.
Where's the guy? I need your help. I need your help to get this.
I ain't hijacking at all. I promise. Hello, V Dog, if you're here as well.
I apologize. We're kind
I'm
of
just currently
chaotic
shooting
right
people.
now because we're dealing with this little thing, and I have to switch to another thing.
I'm trying to think of any other games that come out. I don't think there is. I think it's weird. It's like one of those things where you expect games to appear in your head and they
Yeah,
don't.
I'm almost ready.
It's no problem. I'm keeping your chat thing.
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
They think I've hijacked your channel, which I may have done. It ain't my fault.
All right, 1 second.
Dragon knows. Can't hide anything from Dragon. Can't be done. Problem is, I look really weird. Well, I think I look weird. You know, I'm always here. I was here for the last episode. Oh yeah, but I didn't have webcam, and also I didn't have the chat open, so I wouldn't have seen you, man. This the first time I've had a webcam and also had the chat open.
Try and give you the most space possible.
So this is technically the first time I've seen you properly. So hello.
What would be a good spot for you? Yeah, that's just the stream. Don't worry about that. Just got a repair guy.
Yes, no problem. I'm just going to entertain your stream by saying witty anecdotes.
Fine, no worries.
I don't know any witty anecdotes, so there we are.
Oh shit. Right. Yeah, I got it. I was just trying to make sure that everything was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I was saying hey to Dragon. He was saying I was here before, but I didn't know he was there
Yeah.
because I didn't have the chat. So how do you guys work both cams? I need to do that eventually. I don't have a clue, man. I don't know how to do it. Wheelchair knows that.
But anyways, there was like this there was this thing. I was looking up a whole bunch of stuff, and basically, there was this chick named Mars Argo who would do these strange videos, like a very strange style, and
Mm,
basically there was this other girl that kind of became involved because like she just like went off of the scene at some point. I don't know why, but she just like stopped making videos, and there was just no more of Mars Argo. It was just like she
mm.
like her and her boyfriend would do these videos, and I think they went their separate ways or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
sometimes it just happens with YouTube. Sometimes people just don't go back.
Yeah, but anyways, there's this guy. His name's Titanic Sinclair, which obviously is probably not his real name. Okay, but anyways,
If it is, that is an amazing name.
it is. It is.
It's like being named Jack Slate. It's like the weirdest name in the world.
Yeah,
Someone named Jack Slate now is going to be like, I don't like you. I'm like, okay.
but then there's this girl. I don't know if I can actually do. I wonder if you can capture a video, so I could just show part of this because it's
I
so
don't
weird.
know. Yeah, I don't know if you can. Is she still? Is the person still around whose video it is? Because you have to normally get permission before you can put it on.
Yeah, it's well.
Otherwise, they can copyright your video
Oh wait.
normally. Just thought I'd warn you about that just in case,
Yeah,
because they probably.
yeah, yeah. Well, anyways, regardless, I mean, I'm using the names of the people, but anyways, there's like this. There's
No,
this.
yeah, the names don't mind. It's just if you do video, they can copyright you.
Yeah, see, so there's this video that she has where she's just like saying, "I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy, I am Poppy." Like she does this for literally 10 minutes. Like, and this girl is wearing like has white hair. It's a limbo background, which is completely white. In case you didn't know what limbo meant.
Yeah, I've watched someone play Dark Souls in Limbo.
Yeah, it's like
Like
a
they set it,
yeah.
it was really cool. I
Yeah,
liked
but
it.
anyway, she has like really blonde hair, almost translucent, almost like white. Um, and then like she's wearing like it's almost like adolescent clothing. And anyways, there's this whole thing that I looked up, and apparently there's like some Illuminati like conspiracy thing, like which I don't believe any of this stuff, but someone has put together something where basically like there's some conspiracy about how Argo went away, and then her boyfriend Titanic Sinclair started doing these videos, these poppy videos, which are very strange. Like they suck you in some weird way, but then it's like what did I just watch, and why did I watch this? Like you don't even understand why you watched it. It's the strangest thing. Like the music that they use is very strange. The whole thing is just strange.
Yeah.
But anyways, the reason why I'm bringing this up is it was just this weird like thing. Like apparently there's this guy that has done several videos on both of these people and how this is somewhat strange, and the whole thing is just kind of like, hey, I don't I just find it weird. So I mean I was
Hmm.
just curious if anybody's seen any of this stuff because it's like
I've never seen. I thought you were on about a completely different subject.
yeah, but anyways, I mean, this was a kind of a stupid tangent of mine. But I guess the weird thing is that it's just very mysterious how like she just all of a sudden disappeared, and now these videos are starting to resurface because it was almost like on their page where they did these shows. There was like no videos at all, and now all of a
Mm,
sudden it's almost like Titanic Sinclair is posting these things, and then if you go to his page, like his website, um, one really strange thing is a lot of the imagery that he uses is he uses that triangle a lot, like the all-seeing
yeah.
eye, and I think it's to be peculiar, and I think it's to raise these weird sort of things,
Mm.
and then in one of the videos, it has the girl holding her hand in a weird way that some demon was doing it also, and I think it's all this crazy stuff, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I know what you mean with the thing where it's like that, no,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
they?
it's like Illuminati things, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
they have a load of artists. They say, oh, they do it with a thing, and it's like, well, I don't really get the whole Illuminati thing, essentially,
no,
honestly. But
neither do I.
it's like we know there's people up way above us that control most of the stuff we have. We all expect that anyway, so doesn't really need to be private. We already know like governments and stuff are already beating us down, so it's not really it's no secret about it.
I wonder how long we've been on the call now. I'm just kind of curious how long this is.
I don't know.
It's about 40 minutes, so we still have a little bit of time here. But what I was going to say is that I guess the point of why I bring it up is just how crazy YouTube can be. Like there's just like there's whole sections of it that you have not navigated the landscape, because what's interesting is how there's always someone is always telling me, "Oh, check out this YouTuber." And somehow I never came across them, and they might even be in the same realm
Yeah,
of what I do, and I just didn't know about it. Like you
we
know,
have it a lot with the group in there as well. That there's a load of people you didn't expect. Like I didn't expect most people to be playing Destiny at all, but there's a load of people. Apparently, it's a very thin game
yeah.
for people to play, even though most of the time people are just like, oh, I don't really understand Destiny, so
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot
geez,
to
Dragon's got
understand.
all the wheels.
I mean, the main story, I'm not gonna lie, I remember playing through it and kind of being like, this was a little bit more confusing than they needed to make it, but
Mm,
I've played more confusing stuff before, like
yeah,
real head scratchers, um, but yeah, there's all sorts of YouTubers like that. I mean, there's like there's all sorts of strange stuff out on the internet. Like anytime
mm,
there's any two things that are connected, and then there's some strange thing where someone's disappeared off of making videos. I mean that
yeah,
it brings suspicion, but he might also be genius, because what we might not know is he might still be helping her out. It's just he's trying to build for a comeback. You know,
yeah,
of Mars Argo is what I think's happening, because I did see some of her music. Some of her music is actually really interesting. Like I've checked it out on YouTube, and it's not bad. Like I mean, it's kind of interesting. But I mean, I'm just saying that it's just interesting how marketing can be used. It can be used like kind of like sort of doing peculiar things can always get people kind of sucked into wanting to know more about
yeah,
something. If it's very off-putting or kind of like out of the norm,
yeah,
kind of against the grind, if you will, of what normal, folks are doing on YouTube.
yeah. I did want to ask where you showed someone out. Am I able to shout one person out? I do like to ask before,
Yeah, yeah, no, no, you're always welcome to do that. That's
I,
not a
I
problem at
always,
all.
if whenever I'm a thing, I was asking in fluffies as well. I always like to ask because don't want to be like, oh, here's this person, and you'd be like, what?
Yeah, no, I don't care.
But,
You can do that
yeah.
anytime. It's not a problem.
Since I shouted out one of them on the group, I'll shout out the other person, which is Tiny Mouse, because I
Yeah,
shouted out the other person before. So it's Tiny Mouse, but on Twitch he's named Infamous Matt. He was supposed to be on franchises thing, but he'll probably be on soon. But I know he's always up for chatting and playing games and everything because I play with him regularly on it. Um, I don't think he has a Twitter. Not a Twitter. I don't think he has a YouTube. But
Oh,
I know he has his Twitch. He might have a YouTube that I don't know of. But yeah, so it's like Infamous Matt. I just call him Mouse because it's easier.
what I was going to see, what I was thinking of doing eventually is doing like user questions.
Yeah.
If they had any, I don't know if anybody has any, but if you do, I mean, you feel free to put in the comments, like, well, not comments, in the chat, feel free to ask a question. I mean, what I was also thinking, one thing I was thinking of doing is eventually having like a call in thing, but I don't know how I'm going to work that because
Mm.
you might get international people, and that's not really, can't really have international people calling me. So,
No, you might have a bit of an issue.
yeah, so I probably would hold it just to local, maybe not local, but people within the United States. I'll probably do like a Google Voice number and just take phone calls live on the air. Which I know that could be asking for trolls, but I mean,
Mm.
it might be entertaining though later because trolls are
Yeah.
always kind of funny. Like when they've called up some of those. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it before, but there's like C-SPAN over here is like the big channel for like if you want to watch like they show Congress and stuff and other things like that, but sometimes they have like morning interview shows, and a lot of times people will call in and they try to screen the calls as best as they can, but a lot of
Yeah.
times they're not screened properly. And then someone gets through and says something like, they'll ask them a question and they'll say like Howard Stern's penis, or like something ridiculous that
Something that they won't be able to broadcast. Like,
Yeah, but a lot of times it gets through, and then it's like then
yeah.
they hang up. Like, it's just ridiculous. But like I know I'd be asking for that, but I'll just wait a second here to see if anybody
I think Dragon had a thing
top three
that I can see.
great
Yeah.
at top three like games of all time. Is that what we're asking here?
Yeah. I don't know if it's all time or thing because it depends. Because my
So
all
that's
times are my
that's
specific one.
three top favorite. Okay, so well, I guess we'll just go down the list. Like we'll do like both of us will say what the first one is, and then both of us will say the second one. Well, each of us
Oh,
will talk about it.
all time. Okay.
Yeah. So like the first one that I would have to say, BioShock. Okay, BioShock is like my number one, probably like number one favorite game of all time, just
You love my stream.
because it's a
I'm doing
story.
Bioshock now.
Oh, dude, that's cool. I'll have to check that out once we
I
get done.
I may have with the new Game Plus. I'm run through it very quickly, so I'm already in Arcadia
Oh
on
wow,
number one.
wow,
So
yeah.
I started. It's been like an hour, and I'm already in Arcadia.
Yeah, so the reason for that is because the story is just so it's so much more than an FPS because you have all the FPS elements that you would want, first person shooter, which I think everybody knows what an FPS is. I just said it anyways because just in
Just
case.
in case. Yeah.
But anyways, it's got all the elements that you would want in a first person shooter, but then it also has like the use of the plasmas, which is really cool. And then it's also got the deeper story. Like it's got an actual real meaty story that actually has some
Yeah.
substance to it because you have this man that says that you know how he talks about how countries control things, how the government controls
Yeah.
everything. And
Andrew Ryan. Yeah.
yeah, how Andrew Ryan basically made, we built it under the sea, that was his whole thing. Like, it was like we did what others couldn't do,
Yeah.
or wouldn't
Whatever
do.
people told you you couldn't do, they did. Like.
Yeah, but then it shows then the splicer thing is kind of like a testament to the fact that how I think it's a statement on how anarchy would never work in some ways. Maybe other people didn't see it
Mm,
that way, but I kind of see symbolism in that because you see how they became addicted to this
yeah.
substance, and there was, it seemed like it could be something that could be beneficial, but yet in that beneficialness of it, it ended up being something that was uh, polluted the society anyways.
Mm. I see a kind of like see a kind of like pursuit for power a little
Yeah,
bit with people because they had really good powers that they could use
yeah.
to better their life, and all they really wanted was more and more power, and they went crazy for the fact that they wanted more and more power.
Yeah. I think it also hit upon people have compared it to Atlas Shrugged is where it got
Mm,
a lot of its appeal from because Ayn Rand was obviously yeah, I think it had some tie into the psychological theme of objectivism or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
objectivism, I think
Yeah,
it's called. I
yeah,
think it's called that. I don't know.
where it's you know, I don't know exactly every nuance into that, but there was
No.
something about that.
Mm,
Um, some deal with how Andrew Ryan, how he believed that it's it's based off of the power of what a man can do as opposed to what a government can do. It's more
yeah.
about the free will of a man in how he's able to be objective towards the situation. I guess I don't know if that's right, but
Yeah.
something along those lines, something like that.
Able to like create what he wants without people saying no, you can't do this because of X, Y, and Z.
Right. Because in like Atlas Shrugged, what I know about it, I haven't read it, but what I do know about it is that there's some involvement with building a train line and something like that, and there's regulations that are preventing certain things from going forward, and that kind of brings
Yeah.
up the point of where the government you know,
Mm.
it's arguing the question that the government has too much power. But anyways, your top first top game. What would you?
First top game of all time. That is a very good question. I played a lot of games in my time. Um, I would. I'm a little bit biased because I'd probably say Pokemon Yellow because I'm very biased with the original Pokemon
I mean, that's
because
a
it
good
was
choice.
yeah, it was like my first ever game that I played with my
Yeah,
father. My father played it with me as a young
gotcha.
kid. So it was like me and my father caught all 151 and it made us feel amazing doing it.
That's
It
cool.
was like a bonding experience. So I'd probably say Pokemon Yellow is probably my best of all time.
Okay, and
Just
then
for that. If I ever play it,
yeah,
since I was playing it again, I just got a massive. It was like I was home again playing it.
yeah, I
It's
gotcha,
freaky.
gotcha. But another one that I would say is like moving on to number two now. For me, um, oh man, that's really difficult because Bioshock was
Yeah.
an easy one to do, but I would say I'm gonna go a little bit old school here. I would say Wolfenstein 3D is one of my favorite games of all time, and the reason why is that I have a lot of nostalgia towards it because it was the first shooter that I ever played and really got into. Because my dad, I remember he turned me on to it because he was a history buff and he liked the idea that, I mean, I don't know how much history is actually involved here. There isn't any, but the whole thing about killing Nazis and kind of like, it kind of made us learn a little bit about,
Mm.
it made me interested in learning about World War II, as crazy as that sounds, but that's kind of
Uh,
like,
yeah. I've been very
yeah,
interested in like the World Wars. Um,
yeah.
but like the real one, not that
Well,
the
yeah, but I'm just saying
yeah.
it kind of like grew that spark in me
Mm.
that kind of made me like shooters as much as I do now.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't think you were expecting like Mecha Hitler to come down.
yeah,
Like
yeah, but
that freaked me out while playing.
yeah, but what about you for the number two slot? Because we're doing top
Number
three.
number two. Number two. The most fun I've had with a game. The second one would probably be. Is it fine to do technically? Because you said Bioshock. Did you mean the whole series or just the first one? Did you mean?
I would. That's hard for me to say. I would say out of them, okay, the second one was okay, but the first and the third one, Infinite, were like
Mm,
those were like those were definitely like that was my favorite
yeah.
two of the series.
Because I was going to say if I'm able to say a series as a whole because it is
Yeah,
technically a
go. Yeah, you
series,
can
yeah,
do that, man. That's fine.
I'd probably say the Mass Effect series
Yeah.
would be my second because Mass Effect One, it was most people weren't expecting much out of it, and it was
Right.
a little bit clunky. Then Mass Effect Two, they started adding. They already had the karma system. They just increased it. They bumped up the graphics and the controls,
Yeah.
which was really good. The only problem I think let it down was number three with the ending. But since they fixed that, it is a really good story to go through, and they've got a new one coming out soon
Yeah.
for
So
Andromeda as well. So
Yeah, I need to actually. What I was actually planning on doing soon was I was thinking about going and playing through the entire series because
Yeah.
I played a little bit of the first one,
Mm.
didn't beat it. I played some of the second one, but I really want to go back and I kind of want to, I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
going to do like a uh, if I'm on
Paragon or Renegade, like.
if I'm on 100% it, but I'm going to
Mhm.
like try to run through them.
I think one thing I will say, if anyone decides to play them, I will say the first one will make you feel a bit weird because of how outdated it is, technically. Because some of the things they added in the second one weren't in the first, so the controls were a little clunky and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But in the second one, they fixed everything. There was a problem. Like, you can find quests easily, and you don't get lost a lot. And they fixed some of the quests and stuff like that.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Queen
uh,
Nerd, is that you? I think you
yeah,
shot.
Queen Nerd just joined the stream.
Hey, what's up? I'm glad to see you.
Mm.
It's nice for you to stop by. I'm glad that
Uh, but but that's my second because I had a lot of fun with,
yeah.
especially being completely good, and then give me a second, someone's just ran into my room.
It's all right.
Man, if you can give me like 5 seconds, I'm getting called out for a minute.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, that's
Just
fine.
just just give me a second. You can
I'm
chat with
I'm yeah,
chat with your thing.
I'm gonna move on
Move
to
on to your second one. Yeah,
my third one now. And
yeah.
then
I'll
then
I'll
you'll
be back in a I'll be back in a second.
yeah, yeah, not
Sorry
a
about that.
problem. Not a problem. Do what you got to do, man.
All
Not a
right,
problem.
everyone. I'll be back in a second. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Do what you got to do. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll jump into the third game for me. And you're going to have to make me think here, man. You asked me a tough question here. Um, hmm, got to think about that for a second. Um, hmm, I'm trying to think of something I really, 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 really love. I guess maybe GoldenEye actually. Now that I think about it, because that had a lot of memories. Um, for me. I mean, I could be wrong about that. I might end up thinking of this later and being like, no, that other one should have been it. But I would say that GoldenEye definitely was a big game for me. Um, either that, it's between that or Star Fox 64, which was another childhood favorite. I really loved that game a lot, and I played it a whole bunch. And Ben Heartless, thank you for coming in and watching the stream. Not sure how long we have gone on at this point, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm just trying to see what we can do. Yeah, see, there we go. Now we got some love there for Star Fox.
Yeah, I'm back. Oh, I'm also getting shot in the face.
Yeah. So what I ended up doing, what I ended up
Oh, I
call,
I just I just saw the chat. Star Fox.
yeah, yeah, Star Fox or Goldeneye. It's kind of between those two for me for the
Mm,
third one. So I couldn't really pick, and I'll probably think of something later and be like,
mm,
no, the third one should have really been this, like because
mm,
it's just too hard. I love too many games that it's hard to break
mm.
it down into. So now let's go ahead and let's go into your third, and then we'll try to take another question.
My third. Um, that's an hard one now because after Mass Effect, I'd probably say the Final Fantasy. Well, I don't want to say the series because there's some games in the Final Fantasy I really
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like.
yeah. I would say that wouldn't be.
Um,
Yeah.
my favorite one, I'd probably say was it wasn't surprisingly everybody it wasn't seven. My favorite, which may shock a load of people. But my favorite one is Final Fantasy X that was remastered. So my favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy X. Um, the reason basically for it is I don't really like the main character. The main character is a little bit of a whiny bloke, I'll say. But it has one of the best characters in the game. He's called Orun. I don't know if you can have a look and see what I mean. Anyone who's in the chat, it's spelled Auron, and basically he used to be a monk
Yeah.
essentially, and he's basically got a big, huge sword with a huge jug of booze, and you can basically have him in your party to fight.
Yeah.
And he's like one of the greatest characters ever, and he really should have been the main character because he was awesome. But it's about, if anyone doesn't know the story, I'll just briefly summarize the story of it. Essentially, a summoner's got to basically go to a place to stop the apocalypse, essentially, in their version of it. Basically, a massive god will come out of nowhere and
Yeah.
kill everything. So they've got to have a summoner to go over there and summon something, but they'll die in the process. The summoner will. And it's a girl. So the main character ends up falling for the girl, and they're very thing about it. So it's kind of like a half love story, half thing. But I'm not
Yeah.
really in for the love story. I'm more in for the combat.
Yeah.
But the boss battles and that, they remastered it. 10 and 10.2. Don't play 10.2 because it's melee. But number 10, really good. They even remastered the soundtrack. They got like a full orchestra to do it. So it's really, really good. I'd highly recommend Final Fantasy 10. Way over 13. 13 makes me just sad. But it's really good. I actually like that. Would probably be my third one overall, because I haven't played some of the newer games yet. They'll probably change a little bit, but I don't know if anyone's ever played Final Fantasy 10 before. But you can get the remaster for about £20 now, so I don't know how much that is in dollars.
I think Ben Heartless might want to join in on this. I mean, normally I wouldn't usually try to take this too much past an hour, but I'm doing it today because I feel like
What is he? What was he trying to join in?
yeah, he wants to join in and talk a bit, which I don't mind. I mean, that's
Oh,
fine.
talk on chat, you mean?
Yeah, that's fine.
Ah, right, okay. Does anyone else have any questions for us while we're waiting for Ben Artless then?
Yeah, because I mean it's a live stream, so I mean we can go a little bit longer, and then I can edit down the YouTube for for
Yeah,
different parts. I'll do highlights and stuff.
yeah. It's thing in
Yeah.
a little bit. I got to do my stream. I don't know what to play though. I don't know whether to play Bioshock again, because not many people watch Bioshock that much anymore because it's quite an old game. But I don't know. I might just either run through Destiny or I might play some Borderlands with some viewers if people want to.
I'm trying to see how we can add someone to the
You can
call.
invite someone to the Skype. You should be able to. We had one beer. If you had to be romantically involved with a game character, who would it be and why?
Oh man, like is this? I don't know if this is this going to be like a backlash if I if I,
I'm. Well, you're going first, man, not me.
okay. Who asked that? That's got to be
It's
Davon.
Dragon.
Yeah, of course it's him. Of course, he would ask that. Yeah, so then he'll make fun of it for years to come. Then
If it's a good
thereafter.
one, though, he'll probably just like nod. He just like, yep.
I'm trying to figure out how to add someone to the call.
Let me have a look on Skype. It
Do you
should
have
be.
a way to like call someone in?
I'll share screens, show dial pad. I don't know what is it to add someone to the call. I'm having a look through it now. The settings of it.
Yeah, I know.
Under conversation, it says add people.
Yeah, that option's not popping up for me though.
Oh, it's blank for me too. That's weird.
So why would that be?
I don't know. Normally, you can have more than two people. Oh, you might have to do a create new group though, or something. Might be.
Where would I do?
It says contacts create new group, and we might have to do it as a group. Oh, sorry, I had Nick up.
Create new group. That's annoying because I would hate to have to get off
Hmm.
a call and then redo this. I mean, I don't mind. It's not a huge deal, but
I don't think there's another way to do it.
unless someone's saying something in chat that I'm not seeing yet.
Hmm. Moment, I'll have a look in chat here now. Oh no, it's still the same thing. Um, let me let me have a look. Because do you know if you try and call him, do you think he'll end the call with me? Because I might just call him as well. Could try that.
Add participants.
Because I can't see add participants anyway. I could just see add people, but it's grayed out for me.
Well, this one gives me a phone number, but that's not. No, we're not taking pictures.
Um,
Well, let me see.
I don't think it'll let me do it because I'm not a thing of the call. I think.
All right, so if let's answer that real quick, and then let's see if Ben Hartless actually messaged me to tell me what's up.
Oh, the romantically thing. You first.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I'm still thinking about whether to say my answer.
Uh, I don't know. It's probably. Oh man, I'm trying to think of. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this might sound cliche, but I don't know. Laura Croft. Like, I guess. I mean, if I had to pick one, I mean, I think a lot of like because as a I think as a young man, I was just like as a as an adolescent, I mean, who's not attracted to that? I'm just saying, some girl in shorts that's jumping around, uh, you know, and then
As you do.
obviously with her assets, not to get too gross, but I'm just saying, that's when
You
you're a
could
young
always
man.
you could always put on the title what is it? You could always put on the title "Gone Sexual" on it. You get millions of views.
He was like the one I expected. Well, come on,
Another
man.
one.
You're like throwing these at me. Like I'm gonna have to be more careful when I sign up for these things.
Uh,
Well, I didn't sign up for it. I just created
no, you just accepted the challenge.
it.
Um,
Exactly.
I got to think now what mine is because there's a lot of female characters that are all right, but I wouldn't really, date them because I probably want to like give up on my life after doing it.
Yeah.
But because most of them are weird. Expect he expected you to say Diva from Overwatch.
Yeah, that's another possibility. But I don't know if she's a troll. That might be the
Uh,
other problem that, and the fact that she's not real.
might be in it. Well, this is just hypothetical,
But
so yeah.
that's all. This all is not real,
Hmm.
obviously.
I'm trying to think now of a character because it's hard. It's hard because I am really thought of a character in that way. Essentially, it's more. It's more. I don't know. It's more of a thing that I'm just like, okay, this is the female character. I think it's like uh, from previous relationships. I'm just like, meh. I'm just like I could see that me being okay friends with them, but not really, romantically involved. But uh, uh,
Let's see if I can.
I can't think of a character I really liked that much, to be honest with you. Oh, actually, there is a character, but it makes me sound weird,
Well, I mean,
and it's not a female character.
well,
That's why it makes me sound a bit weird.
hey,
Okay,
that's your prerogative.
all right, everybody here. I will say this now. I played Mass Effect 3 as a girl character. Everybody, hold your shock, and all. Okay, I did it, and my character went with Garrus. If anyone has seen Mass Effect and seen Garrus, he is who, if I was a female of the female persuasion, I would easily go with Garrus because he's awesome.
Yeah, no, I get how you. I understand what you mean. I understand how you're wording that. It makes sense.
Mm. That uh, he's a nice guy really in the game. he's always looking out for your main character, and he's always he's basically trying to protect you as much as he can. And the big thing is about it, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Have you ever played Mass Effect Dragon? Because a load of people are like Garrus all for life. Because he's the one that will stick with you no matter what. You'll get like damage done to him, and he'll be like, "No, I'm still sticking with you. You're not letting me go."
Yeah, let's see. Add contact, create.
He'd be my guy. Because whenever he was on screen, I was like, "No, you are not going, Garrus." I was like, "You are staying in my fire team, and you are loving it, right?" I haven't played, but I've read and seen play. Yeah, when you play a man, if you play as a female, pick Garrus because Garrus is even when he like tries to be like he tries to be funny at times and that as well.
Oh shit! I did not mean to do that. Hold on, guys. I clicked the wrong thing. Hey, call me back, Duel, because I messed up on the call there. Hold on.
Yeah, just kick me out.
Sorry about that. That was my fault. I was just trying to do something real
Yeah,
quick.
but he'd be my character. He'd be my character that I'd go for.
Alright, so I'm trying to figure out how to add.
That's what I'm trying to figure out because normally it's quite easy to do, but
I need to figure out what his.
any questions just for me, Dragon, while I'm here? I think if this hits YouTube, people will be like, "Yeah, Garrus for life."
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can add. I don't know if he added me.
Hmm.
It would have been easier if he did because I'm trying to search Skype. Is it just Ben Heartless?
I don't know his Skype thing. Oh, MQ Taylor's in the stream.
Okay, what's up? How you doing?
I'll have a look at the chat while you're doing stuff, like because I've got to you. And
I don't have any. I don't have my glasses. Hold on, I need to grab those because I can't see.
oh,
Oh
a
shit.
question for me. Game item you wish existed in real life. I'd probably say the portal gun because I think the portal gun would be awesome. I think the portal gun would be really fun to play with. I think that's a good item to have. Portal gun would be fun. Either that or the sword from World of Warcraft. But you know. But the portal guns, definitely. It'd be really cool having a portal gun. Anybody else have a question while we're here? I don't mind answering questions while we're figuring the stuff out. Because I may have to go in a little bit, but you know. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. You could literally just set up a portal at the fridge and set it right next to you, and then you could just grab stuff from the fridge without having to be close. You'd just be sorted. Hello Taylor. How are you, man? You should be able to hear me still.
I don't know if he's still here.
Who?
I was looking for him.
I've been answering questions.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. Then.
No, it's no problem. I've already answered. I answered Dragon's thing. He said, "What game item do you wish would be in real life? And I said the portal gun, because the portal guns would be really helpful picking up food from the fridge, and now you wouldn't have to go anyway. Not too bad. Just thought I'd pop in and saw you live. Ah, cool. There we are.
Yeah,
MQ Taylor saw you live. And he followed you as well, I think. Yeah, he just followed you. Except if someone put the destination at the toilet or something as a prank. Yeah, that might be a problem. The problem is I'd lock that portal gun in a vault. I'd keep it only for me. I'd like have it ID locked to me.
I'm trying to figure out how you add him to the call.
Because I thought it was under conversations and you had people, but I can't do it because it says I'm blocked out. It won't let me do that.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the call. Yeah.
MQ Taylor has the same thing. He agrees. Portal gun, ID locker.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I think we're gonna have to hang up the call, then we're gonna start it again.
Right, okay, that's fine.
And then we'll talk to him for a bit, and then I'll let you run because I know you gotta.
I gotta decide what game to play first.
Yeah. So I'll
And
hang
also
up
I gotta see a mouse and I want to play too.
I'll be right back.
All right, no.
Yeah, you have to add yourself as a contact real quick. Hey, I need you to accept my request real quick on
Well,
Skype.
me, is it?
Yeah, because then I can't add you to a group otherwise. So.
All right, okay,
And
give
I'll
me a
call you
minute.
right back.
Okay, I need to have a look for it. Because my Skype goes a bit weird.
Yeah, it's the one you just got. I just sent you.
Uh, contacts.
Recent, probably.
Yeah, I'm having a look at recent now, but it's just 1 minute. It's not showing the IM, so give me a minute. Yeah, it just says you're calling me. It doesn't say you added me.
Well, I tried to add you.
A minute, I'll try adding you. Oh, there we are.
All right, now I have to leave again and then come back to
All
grab everyone. Okay, hold on.
right, no problem.
All right, so there.
Hello?
That should pick up an OBS.
Yeah, I can see myself. So, and I can see you as well. So it does look group cool.
I need to re-add the Skype thing real quick. How you doing today, Ben? What's up?
Boys, how you doing?
Yeah, all right. Just chilling. Talking about some random stuff.
Talking about my
Yeah,
affair
cool.
with Garrus from Mass Effect.
I'm not really a big Mass Effect fan myself, but my friends Nick and Gary from Sneaky Zebra, they did a fan-based like action shot thing with Mass Effect things, and with the voice actor of Captain the Shepherd, or whatever his name is.
Commander
I don't
Shepard.
really play the games myself. But the fun fact, the voice actor likes to cosplay the shepherds and stuff. And one of the
Wow.
voice actors, I think, face
Sure
for this
what
those
happened
blue
there.
alien things.
I didn't hear most. I just started
Blue
thinking it. Did it
aliens.
happen for you as well?
Yeah, it cut out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'll try moving closer to the mic. How's that? Any better?
Yeah. That's better.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't heard anything now, so.
Yeah. The oh god, what's her name? Yeah, one of the voice actors. One she put this all made up for it.
So that should be better now, I guess, huh? The batteries should be better now. Before they just weren't. I didn't know how long to charge them. They would never hold a charge long.
So what game do you
What?
plan to stream tonight, dude?
Who are we talking about? Me?
Angel, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what game to play. I was thinking of doing Destiny still, because I'm like so close to maxing out my Warlock. I'm like a couple of experience away.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Well, why don't you do hashtag Team MZ and then do 4 games that you like to play? Because at the moment, I always do either.
I always do it as well,
a
man. Because
Nintendo game.
I used to be a mod of Team MZ. So I normally do a poll for just to check it out.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it's still pretty good, and yeah, I mean, some of the members actually do help out. So I'm like, oh, should I play Overwatch on PS4? Should I play on PC?
Oh, I've got Overwatch on PC
helps
now.
out.
I got Overwatch on PC thanks to Wheelchair, because I won his raffle.
Oh, wow, dude! Congrats on that, man. What'd you play? Tank, healer, DPS?
I'm there's 3 heroes I really play quite a bit. Is Soldier,
Nice,
Genji,
nice.
and who's the third one? Hanzo. I play as well.
Okay, that's a snipe.
Yeah,
I'm
best with Soldier.
Do you like being on the high ground or low ground?
High ground with Soldier because I can pick them off quite quickly.
Nice.
Especially with the aimbot thing.
Oh yeah. Play the
just
game
kill
all
it.
the time.
Yeah, it reminds me of COD a lot with Soldier.
Hold on, guys.
Which is why I'm so easy with it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Wheelchair is just having a chat while we're here.
But did you know they might be reworking Bastion? So what do you think about that?
I don't really like the look of Bastion. Bastion. Oh, well, I
just
don't know.
Think people need to realise how to counter him.
Well, with me, it's just shoot him in the face as Soldier.
Well, yeah, that is a good point. Like,
it
is one of the DPS's priority to get him to move or shoot him down. I mean, the 3 people that you play as, Hanzo, Genji, and Soldier. Yeah, they're the nice 3 to pick off a Bastion from afar.
Yeah, and
nice range.
And also Soldier are nice. He's nice because he got his heal. Then he can heal everyone around him too.
That is true.
So he's helpful with it.
Yeah, that's true. And Genji with the double jump as well, and climbing walls with Hanzo.
And also Genji's not Genji, Hanzo's ultimate to blocks paths, which is good.
Yeah, that is quite nice for clearing out an area, I got to admit.
I do like Genji with his sword though, because it reminds me of Metal Gear. I don't know if you've ever played Metal Gear, but
I've only ever played the one where you have the sword and you like slice and dice everything. You go.
Number 2. In the original, there was a ninja called Grey Fox, and it looks exactly like Genji.
Oh, that I think I heard of that character when I played Konami Crazy Racer on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah,
That was a sick game.
Yeah, he's basically a ninja, and all he uses is sword and shurikens. So he looks
Cool.
exactly like Genji.
That's actually pretty cool. I got to admit though, from looking at these, I haven't seen any of the Bastion buffs or reworks yet, but I do have the
Yeah.
PTR. So if you want to come on the PTR sometime, maybe we should try out the new stuff that's on the PTR when it comes out.
Yeah,
Because I got to admit,
yeah.
I think Sumitra should change from a healer now. I mean, yeah, she does show a bit of support, but I still feel like she's a counter to a lot of heavy firing characters, and I feel like now she should be moved into a DPS spot.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, considering I've only played it two days ish, but I've done some quick matches. Most of the time, I don't really see much Symmetra on, honestly.
In all honesty,
most of the time I just see Hanzo shooting me in the face. But
yeah, you'll get that. Sadly,
but Soldier can take down most of the classes. The only one I don't like is Tracer, because it's as soon as I get a hit on her, she just vanishes.
The thing is, yeah,
I just don't like the sound of Tracer. His voice just annoys me somehow. It's like one of those grating sounds.
I played a game yesterday where Soldier went into rage mode, took him 6 times to kill me, sitting in the point with a diva.
Oh, that's painful, man. I feel sorry for you, dude.
Yeah, that's what Dagon was saying in the chat.
Whenever I play a Soldier, though, it only takes like 2 shots, because normally I'm quite accurate with it anyway.
I'm quite accurate with Reinhardt's fire.
I do like the look of his Soldier's golden weapon, though. I do on that. That looks awesome. His golden skins look really cool.
True, they do look nice with the golden gun. Most of his skins do go over it quite nicely.
His Night Ops one's weird.
I need to get that golden hammer. I'm sorry, that hammer is mine.
Oh, the Reinhardt hammer, yeah. That looks awesome. I've seen that. It looks really good. But
it's gonna look nice with my spooky heart.
I was playing with a few people on with Fluffy, Lord Fluffy Bear, and I was playing with a few people on Overwatch on there, and I did all right actually with my first couple of public games.
Did you get player of the game?
I've only been player of the game once, but that was me doing a 5 kill streak with my ultimate.
So
still counts as a good play.
Not to cut you off, but good news here. I'm 1 follower away from hitting 250. So
nice.
Oh, hype it up, chat. Hype it up.
Hype
it up.
If you have foam fingers, now's the time to throw them in the
air.
But not this one.
So we were just talking, William. We were just talking about Symmetra's reworks. What do you think of them? And do you think she should still be a support?
I haven't really touched. I have been so engrossed in Resident Evil that I have not touched the game recently. So I don't have an opinion yet.
Oh, well, fair enough, dude. I can respect that. I mean, how you find?
I hate to sound clueless. I hate that.
No, that's understandable. But I'm just trying to feel. So you've been playing the new Resident Evil 7, correct?
Yeah. We actually talked about that earlier, but I mean, there's more people in now, so I mean, it might be worth revisiting for the people that might have missed.
Just no spoilers, please.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this question then. So, have you been playing like lots of Resident Evils, or is it the first time, or like what is it for you?
Okay, so Resident Evil is kind of like, I describe it as being, it's one of those games for me that's like Zelda, okay? And the reason why I say that is Zelda typically is one of those games that, like, I am one of those people that, there's a lot of people that it seems like with that game in particular, they haven't beat every single one. That's kind of how it is with me and Resident Evil. Like, there's ones that I've tried several times to beat, but I either got too bored of it, or, like, with the first one, I just, I love it, but at the same time, the camera angles is what always threw me off in that game. Not to say it was a bad game, I always liked it, but for some reason I never
Mm.
completed it, and I don't know why that was. The second one, I'm pretty sure I completed at some point. Um, when I was a kid, I just don't really remember it. But the fifth
Yeah.
one was one that I definitely played. Well, I played each of them. The only ones I probably haven't played is like Code Veronica. Is probably the only one that I never touched. And
I
then,
can't say I've played that one.
what actually, no, Revelations, I never touched that either, but that looked, it looked kind of
What?
intriguing. Yeah, I never played
What?
that. Yeah, no, I've never played
Dude, that should have been number 6. Like, legitimately,
it.
that should have been number 6. Because I'll tell you what, when I was promoting the Capcom store as a zombie, the game just looked,
Oh,
it
it
looked
froze.
spooky in some areas, but it just looked really poor in other aspects. Like, you did have the action sections, then you had Leon's spooky sections. I think he was the spooky one, was he?
Yes,
Was
he
he the
was.
spooky one? Yeah. And
His
then,
his was the good one.
yeah, I agree. Well, Chris's one, the end
Mm.
was great, but it was for progression of story.
It yeah. Chris's one was more. Let's all go in there with guns. Leon's was like,
Yeah,
oh god, something's jumping at my face.
yeah, but I hate that last boss fight with Leon. That was not
Mm,
fun.
no.
I was stuck on that.
I did like Ada's one. Ada's campaign was fun because of the
That was
puzzles. It
fun.
reminded me of Resident Evil,
Mm,
like original
mm.
Resident Evil.
I don't know why this stopped grabbing the window mode in OBS.
But I've played nearly all of the Resident Evils from one
I got
to what was the last one I played? I didn't play Umbrella Chronicles because that was terrible.
Ah, sorry, I was like talking and then I got lost in this because this is giving me all sorts of fun problems right now.
What OBS is it?
It can always be a pain in the backside.
Yeah. It took me nearly half an hour trying to figure out OBS.
I'm
And then
still
I
trying to
needed,
figure it out.
yeah, and then I needed someone else to come and help me. And the person who helped me was Adam in the team. He helped me out with OBS. He did.
Oh, that was nice of him.
He also
I tried
he
looking
also
up some
did
YouTube
yeah.
tutorials.
he also did my idle screen. If you're ever on my stream and you have a look, he did my idle screen. It looks really cool. It
Yeah,
has my like
that's cool.
Twitter and everything.
I don't know what the fuck happened there. It just like went and froze itself somehow.
Oh, on mine,
You
you
unfrozen?
actually moved. You moved on mine.
Yeah, on mine you moved.
You were moving on mine. It just looked like you just stopped talking.
Mm.
Because I can
But,
see it moving.
Angel, have you played Resident Evil 7 yet?
No, but I need to. That's why I don't want to hear spoilers. I checked out some streams, but I don't want to check out too many because I want it to be fresh. Because I'm currently doing like a donation type thing to try and get it, and then I'm gonna do a massive stream with me sat in the darkness playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you get comfortable with the game, I mean, so many people have already done speedruns of this game, dude. It's crazy.
I'm about
Like,
to
they've
do
already
one.
completed the game.
I want to do
I'll-
one.
I'll probably be able to complete
Oh.
it quite quickly because I complete Resident Evils really quickly. I
Yeah.
finished 4 on professional in 3 hours, I think.
Cool.
But I did have all the guns, so I did have infinite ammo and shit.
Yeah, I just beat it. I'm about to play Madhouse difficulty, or I started Madhouse, and it's pretty ridiculous. Like it's
Yeah.
I think I will like it though, Resident Evil 7. I won't play with VR because I don't like VR, but
I don't trust VR because people are going to get like transmitted diseases because of the eyes and stuff like that. You know, I
yeah.
don't trust it.
In one of my streams, because of
VR, it
you or
freaked me out.
someone else, I said something about like at the start of it, you can hear me talking about eye AIDS. Like it's a sexually AIDS is a sexually transmitted disease, but for some reason it goes to your eyes when you wear VR. I don't know how it works, but that's how.
Well, you got to think. You're sweating. You're sweating on that bit of the body frame, and that pit is sitting on your forehead, isn't it? So when you're sweating, you're probably building up sweat in that area, and then it's been synced into the other person's body.
Well,
I think mine.
yeah.
I think mine's more the price. It's a little bit more expensive to what I think it would be.
My money's on the Switch.
Well,
Right, Switch time. Let's talk about
We-
Switch.
we talked
Gentlemen.
about Switch in the last podcast we did.
Oh, but could you give me a little what you think about it? Are you hyped for it? Are you not?
Not so much.
I think I don't know. My problem is that Nintendo. What I don't like a lot of times when they release things is that they don't give you enough games like on release. Like I wish they were given a little bit more
Yeah.
of an offering.
Well, let's just look back at what they've done with the Nintendo Wii U. They have made it completely about sitting in the couch with your friends playing Mario Bros.
Yeah.
Because they've had a lot of multiplayer stuff. You are correct. They did not have a lot of help with other platformers such as Capcom, and because they don't have Street Fighter on there, do they? They don't have Street Fighter 5 on the Wii U. So with this, Nintendo have completely switched their marketing scheme. It's really about personalized gaming now. And you look at the Switch, it's basically a tablet with two controllers, one for you, one for your friend. Let's go. I mean, Mario Kart 8 on that little screen is going to be amazing, but my biggest worry is the power going to last long enough?
Right, because they're saying like 2 hours.
Well,
Yeah,
they got a
Nintendo
real
always do
problem
this.
with it. Yeah, I have the 3DS.
Yeah.
And they have a problem with lifespan on that too, because
Yeah,
the
that's
power
true.
on it is terrible. They have a real problem with power. I don't know what it is. It's just weird how
Well-
much it treats it.
Well,
Yeah.
they probably wanted to try and stop their like ROM and emulations of all the DS games, because if you think about it, the DS was probably one of the most hacked and emulated systems out there, because
Well,
one, it was region free.
All the
And
Nintendo
two, it
systems
was easy.
up to Wii U, pretty much. I mean, Wii U is probably even hacked. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's done that.
3DS is hacked. 3DS is hacked
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Yep,
You could play the 3DS games on it. They've already done it. They did it ages ago. I think they had Moon before we had Moon. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, I like the 3DS, and I think that in terms of a logical move, it makes sense where Nintendo's going. But what's happened a lot of times with Nintendo is, though, they come out with these products, and the way that they do their production, like, for instance, the whole NES mini NES debacle. I mean, they didn't have enough product. And
It's a nostalgia item. That's what it was. That's a nostalgia item for fanboys, and
but I think they created a scarcity on purpose. Sorry to cut you off, Joel. I just wanted to get that
no
out.
problem. I did like the mini SNES when I played it, because
they're cool.
my niece got it, and it was nice to see them all again. It was nice to, because I sat down a little while it was on Christmas, and I was playing Super Mario World again, and I was like, this is why I liked gaming.
Yeah.
Because Super Mario World.
I love Super Mario World. I love that. Remember the raccoon suit? Which one was that? That was like.
That was Bros 3.
Yeah, that was the
Bros
one
3.
that Peter went mental on, didn't he? They were like, he's killing everything. It's like he's killing everything. It's like, it's Mario.
Well, someone did that one. That one messed up. Remember, it was like a Flash game where Mario had his shotgun. It was like,
what?
Yeah, he's like killing everything.
Yeah, they had Peter as well do one where he skins tanukis, which are like real animals. And Peter kept saying that he does that even though he doesn't.
Yeah, well, did you see the reply?
Yeah, he like gets a power up. He doesn't. He doesn't skin
let's not
people
spoil
like.
that. Yeah.
But with Nintendo, it does seem like they're still in the same nostalgic bubble type thing. I liked the Wii. The Wii was okay. It just didn't have as much stuff as they wanted it to.
Right.
No, but it did have a new IP. And think how long it's been since Nintendo made a new IP. And look at the Switch. What we got?
They had a Yeah, they had a good few IPs. I loved No More Heroes. No More Heroes was great when it was the first one. I
That
loved
was
that game.
Capcom, wasn't it? Capcom did
I,
that with them.
I don't know. I don't think they did. I think it was basically most. It was like a Nintendo only type thing. I can't remember who made it, but the first one was really good because they really did as much as they could. And it was like a really mature game for the Wii. And then you had Mad World, which was also mature as well.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Only problem with that is
I mean, yeah.
it got really boring quick.
Yeah, I never
Yeah,
played
it did
that.
look a bit dull. It did look a bit dull, in all honesty.
But I liked it. But then as soon as you've already seen the executions like 4 times, you're like,
Yeah, kind of watched the Game Grumps because I was kind of tempted to get in the game myself, but then I kind of went, nah, I don't need this. But I did play a game called Anarchy Reign, I think it was called, and it did
yeah,
have Bayonetta in it as well.
yeah.
Hmm.
I would recommend No More Heroes as games. I would recommend them because No More Heroes 1 definitely. Because it's a guy who buys a laser sword, basically a lightsaber, right? Who buys it and vows to become the #1 ranked assassin in the
Oh
world.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's
Yeah,
Oh
got that
shit!
that
Yeah,
thin
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that thin
yeah,
asshole with the
and
thing on the front.
yeah, and he does it, and you can get like special beam. It's basically a beam katana, and you can get new ones and stuff like that. And the fights in it are amazing. The boss
That
fights.
was at release. That game came out as a
Yeah,
release.
it was a Wii exclusive. It was awesome.
I think I had that, or there was another ninja one that I had.
Yeah, they made a second one, but the first one was the best.
Yeah.
Well,
It had like funny humor and stuff like that as well. Like
they made a number
he learned
2 of it, didn't they?
yeah, he learned wrestling moves in the first one by watching videos of his old mentor, and he like learned wrestling moves to do so you could get like. And if you got 777, you turn into like a tiger and just wreck everything
Oh wow.
just for
That's pretty
no
cool.
reason.
That seems pretty
It
cool.
was a lot of fun, and you just pick up weapons from dead bodies and that, so you just like explode people into coins, which was fun. It was cool. I liked it. If I could, they did it for
So
PS3. They did it as well. Apparently, they did one like a Japanese version for PS3, but you could only get it in Japan. You couldn't get it anywhere else, which sucks.
yeah, I had a few games like that that were only Japan released. Like, I'm a big anime manga fan from Shonen Jump series, and I'm a big fan of One Piece and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And there was one game on the GameCube that I really, really wanted, but it was never released in the UK, America, or anywhere. And it was One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball Z DON. And it was a really fun little GameCube game. And I didn't know this. In Japan, they still use the plastic, like the paper packaging and stuff for their GameCube games.
Yeah,
And I
they do.
thought that was really weird. But the game really
What?
did play nicely. Yeah, I know, man. And I'm a big fan of like all-star fight 'em ups. Like, I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of Shonen Jump fighters myself. I do have like the 20th anniversary on PS4, so
Mm.
you know, if anyone wants to have a few matches on that someday, let's have a fun stream of it. You know,
One
because I love that
Of
anime.
which one?
It's on the PS4. Shonen Jump All Stars. It was to commemorate. I think it's at 25 years. I think it is, or it could be longer than that. I'm not too sure. But that game was to commemorate their anniversary of how long they've been going for. But in all honesty, I do prefer the games on the DS because the DS ones had such a huge variety of characters to be. Well, this one, where's Yugi? Where's Zoro? Where's all the decent fighters? Why do we have Bora Hancock? I mean, yeah, she's got the sex appeal and for the ladies to fight, and she's got a nice strategy and tactics. But in all honesty, the game really fell flat. It really did fall flat.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was thinking about it, there's No More Heroes, and then I forgot. I completely forgot.
I mean, there was some titles that were strong, but I think the biggest
Mm.
one of the
Super
big
Smash Brothers is the
yeah
biggest one.
yeah, but I think one of the biggest barriers that Nintendo has ran into is they're so caught on they're limiting themselves with who they work with. But I understand
Yeah,
why they do that. But I'm just saying,
third
like,
party. They don't do many third party type
yeah. But
things.
what's
Yeah,
strange about Nintendo for me, what's always been strange is that how they somehow have been able to stay in the console and game uh, making the systems as well as making the games, unlike the Sega thing that happened, which I'm surprised that they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't end up like Sega, to be honest with you. But I think it's because they cling to um, the games that were staples on other systems. Like
yeah.
they revisited Mario Kart, for example. They revisited Mario before. They've kept on
Mm,
coming out with new Zelda games. They've kept on coming
yeah,
out with more Smash Brothers. They've kept Pokemon coming
true.
out on the 3DS. Like these are things that have kept them in the game.
Mm,
Is their
Yeah,
their
because these are their
yeah.
dominant. They're the dominant ones, aren't they?
yeah.
Dominant
I
IPs.
I did
Right, which
like
isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's good that they've been able to stay in it,
Oh no.
I did
Yeah.
like they
I mean,
did
how long is Zelda for now? 25 years?
Yeah,
25
right?
years now, is
Right.
she?
I
Yeah.
did like they did one of their good IPs was Splatoon. That was
Yes, I
cool.
love that game so
I've
much.
never
Cannot wait
actually
for number two.
I've never actually played it.
Yeah. It's a really good game apparently. I've never really got into it, but I've heard from people it's really, really good.
It is good, but in all honesty, wait for it on Switch because like there's no point me even playing my Wii U now. That thing's just gonna collect dust, and that's the sad thing about the
That's
Wii
what
U.
mine's doing.
They could have done so much with the Wii U though.
Yeah, well
Yeah,
they didn't tap into the features until later. Like for instance, the Star Fox game would have been nice if they would have came out with that a little bit earlier because the way that they integrated the keypad, the touchpad on that. I think
that is true.
it's unfortunate that that was not that they didn't utilize that to the full extent that they could have.
I thought that way,
Yeah,
kind of like with a Smash Brothers, with a Smash U, with the Wii U. I forgot what they called it on the Wii U.
Oh, that's a really good
hey
point
guys, look at chat.
that Dagon's saying there about Nintendo is too family oriented, which is in some ways is awesome, great for the kids, but to fight for the core gaming audience, they need to shed the family friendly label. I think in some ways there's some validity to that. I understand the gripe there.
It's, yeah, there's something to it, but
In a way,
in,
yeah.
in yeah, in a way, I think it's because with most people,
Yeah.
if Nintendo came out and said we're not going to be full family, people are going to be like, what? Because they've always been family type
Yeah.
game, haven't they? Really,
Mm.
Nintendo.
Nintendo
They,
have been that way since they've been out
yeah,
going for 100 years,
they
and they used to be a little card company before they started even making video
yeah
games.
they do have a few mature titles, yeah, but
Mm.
they're mainly family oriented games like Mario and Zelda and stuff like that when they're not too not too bloody or
But then the other thing is that they might get killed in that market if they opened it up in that way because I mean Xbox and PS4 would destroy them like in terms of like
well
Well,
if they
I think
release certain titles. I'm
mm,
saying like for instance if
true.
you know I'm just saying there's certain games that would compete they'd be in too much competition with, and I think it's better for
Oh
them.
yeah.
They're in a situation now where they really need to focus on original
Mm.
titles, like something like Splatoon, which incorporates kind of this whole like uh, this whole I don't know these kind of reminds me I don't know they've created like this culture or not culture but these type of characters that look you know for certain games. I'm trying to think. Like when you use your me, like the Splatoon
Yeah.
characters kind of remind me. They're kind of like me esque, if you will. If that makes any sense, they
Yeah.
kind of like. I don't know if that makes sense, but
well, yeah they
But
did that
that's
with
good for
Smash
Splatoon
Bros
though.
as well though. They did it for Smash
Yeah,
Bros,
and
where you
that's
could
good.
make your Mii's and stuff as well, which
Yeah.
added them in rather
Yeah.
than them just being,
Well, like
they.
the whole ink
I'm
thing.
pretty
Like,
sure Namco Bandai did some of that stuff.
For some of their games, yeah.
but then again, I mean, the 64 wasn't afraid to mix in some like Resident Evil and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah, it had Resident Evil,
two,
GoldenEye. Wait a minute, give me a second. I think I've got Perfect Dark here somewhere that I can show you guys.
well, and that goes into
Oh.
where Rare, which I wish Rare would do some more stuff with
Uh,
Nintendo, but I don't think that's
Problem
going to
is,
happen.
yeah, it's because Rare got completely demolished
Right. Yeah,
after it. So they
Well,
will do Xbox games now rather than.
yeah, they came up with a new company that made that game that came out, Recore. They made Recore.
Hmm.
They some of the members that were in Rare actually went over to, I forget what the name of the company is. I can't. It's gone from me.
But they weren't with the N64. It was people weren't expecting it to be do as good as it did with the N64, and then it just literally blew things up.
well, the Nintendo 64 was very words, whatever it is, evolutionary. Thank you.
There you go.
Because if you got to think, because that was the first time we saw Mario in a 3D environment. That was the first time we saw Legend of Zelda in a 3D environment.
Right.
This is where we saw Mario Kart and Smash Bros for the first time. Like, do you remember Christmas opening up Smash Bros? The nostalgia and hype for that was so good.
It
Or
was going to be a
Duke
thing.
Duke Nukem 3D actually with bosses that have 3D to them. I think that was either going to be released or it either almost was released or it did get released. I'm pretty sure it did though.
When they had, I keep forgetting now what I'm going to say. I think I forgot.
Yeah, but when we're talking vintage systems though, I always have to bring up the Dreamcast because I absolutely love Dreamcast.
Dreamcast, it died before its time. It's like what Sega does to all of their bloody video games. They always rush it. They don't finish it.
Yeah.
It could have been stronger than the Xbox here, people. It was a fun, decent little device, but it just kept breaking. And there were only 50 games on it that were good.
Yeah,
So 50 games in all.
there was some cool stuff, but I mean the problem is that there was a lot of problems there. There was issues with like burning relationships with like EA games, for example.
They really screwed that up, didn't they?
I could make a list of all the things that were wrong with that. I mean, it's like there was also the piracy issue, which was a huge problem. The fact that the PS2 could play DVDs, they couldn't play DVDs.
Yeah, well, the reason why Nintendo did make their discs small for the GameCube was so that people couldn't pirate it. And that year, GameCube did not get a lot of piracies because of the disc size, because people were trying to copy it.
Yeah, I love GameCube though. GameCube and Dreamcast are my two favorite, like of all time. Those are probably my two favorite vintage consoles. Like if we're talking about that, like I love my GameCube. Like that is like one of my, I don't know what it is.
What's your
about
top
it.
5 games? What's your top 5 games for it, dude?
For GameCube?
Yeah, because mine has to be Crystal Chronicles and then Lord of the Rings, not the second one.
Yeah,
because that game was so good. Like the cheat codes were so funny.
Yeah, but that was also like I love how it was just like Dynasty Warriors, just like Lord of the Rings style.
Yeah.
Like there was these mass battles, like massive battles, like just ridiculous, over the top.
And
like
it was good on the GameCube.
And I love killing orcs. Like it was just so much fun. Like I just loved destroying them. I think the person I always used, I think he used Aragon always.
Oh, Aragon was OP. Like, if you buffed him his arrows all the way up, you could literally get everyone in one shot, and the boss.
Yeah, there was him, and then there was also, Legolas.
The dwarf. The dwarf, and, Aragon is his name?
Well, no, he was... No, you're thinking, Legolas is the one with the arrows, and then Aragon is the ranger. I thought, like, the guy played by Vico Mortensen or whatever. I completely butchered his name, but
No, that's fine, dude.
yeah. So there was that. I love the Spider-Man movie game on the GameCube the most. The first game I played the shit out of that.
That was fun. That was a good game.
Um,
I always got stuck in like. Do you remember the chemical plant bit when you had to get the two chemicals?
yeah, I think so. I think I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
because
about.
I kept screwing that up because you were meant to get two, but I only
Yeah.
got one, and I kept pressing the button twice. And I said, "What have you done? It's over." Like he
Uh,
just given up on life because I just blew up the
yeah.
city.
Wait. Let me not forget this. No, if they have a comparative system, then they can add the mature aspect. Still keep the family games, but add the more mature gaming. A lot of people like Mario and Pokemon and such, as well as COD
Mm,
and GTA and all of those. If Nintendo could work on them, having them both, they could definitely make up some ground. Well, I think the problem with that though is that they've
mm.
they kind of have molded themselves in there as a certain type of thing, and like having two separate. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I don't know if they could do a comparative system type deal. They might be able to. I mean, the technology exists that I don't see why they couldn't, go ahead and try to do something, but I just don't
Well,
see them doing
let's
it.
Well, let's just look at what Nintendo have done in the past. They've had a stronger friendship now with Sega because their adverts.
Yeah.
Sega can do what Nintendo don't and all that malarkey.
Yeah.
And now we've come into a time where the gaming community and the business people need to work together and just show some respect to each other. Help with I don't know, just
Yeah, because Sony and
like promote
Microsoft, they
is
just
hard.
yeah.
They're the same thing, and look what they've done. They put the Xbox app onto computers. I can literally play Gears of War 4 without an Xbox. Like, why do I need an Xbox? What do I need it for? To play Overwatch, obviously, but that's not the case.
Yeah, but then to go back to the other thing with the top GameCube games, I'd say Wario Land,
Mm.
which I didn't know
Oh,
I didn't know I liked that. Okay, I just picked it up.
that was so good.
I just picked it up like recently, and I started playing it. I was like, why was this game like ignored? Why does nobody talk about this
Yeah,
game? Like this game was a
dude, it's so good.
GameCube only title that was actually like probably the most solid like Wario game next to like the Game Boy games they came out with. I mean,
Yeah, Wario Land 2 was my best one, but number 4 was the bomb.
but
Did
it's
you ever
a
play that?
no, I never got to play that, man. I never played like I didn't know there was other like oh wait, yeah, I played Wario Land 3 and 4, I think were my favorites on GameCube on the Game Boy.
Yeah, because I love the GameCube one myself because I really love the way Wario fought and when you could suck
Yeah.
up all the garlic and the coins and
Yeah,
stuff. Very
yeah, yeah,
reminiscent.
yeah, yeah. But what I liked about it is that it was a strong 3D platformer, and
Yeah,
there's that.
very true.
Um, I actually recently picked up Star Fox Adventures because I never played it.
Is
Uh,
that the GameCube one?
yeah, that was a GameCube one.
Okay, in all honesty, that was one of the last rare games ever did before Xbox bought them out. Play the game from start to finish, blind run, and tell me what you think about it because there's a lot of controversy to it. But play it blindly for yourself because I personally enjoyed the game, but you should enjoy it for what you think it is.
yeah, and then okay, so we got Wario Land, Metroid Prime, dude, Metroid Prime all the way, like all day.
Mm.
That game was
No,
awesome.
no, I can't say I've played it.
I loved
Can't
it.
say I've played that.
I love that game. That game was so solid on there. Then Wind Waker obviously is like that's hands down like like my favorite GameCube game.
That was my first ever win. That was my first ever Legend of Zelda game I completed.
And then Super Smash Brothers, of course, that's like a obvious one.
Bro, if you're getting Switch and I'm getting Switch, we got a 1v1 some Smash, you know what I'm saying?
Well, see, that might end up being the reason why I end up getting it. Like to be honest with you, like there's so much of a collector in me, and I love Nintendo
Mm.
that I probably am
Yeah,
not going to be able to help myself on this. Because I
dude,
just
I've nearly collected all of the amiibos.
you collected all of the amiibos.
Nearly. I've got maybe just over, just over, just over half of them.
How many are there?
As many characters as there are in Smash Brothers, because they haven't even done Bayonetta's statue. I don't think. I've not seen anything about it, but I bet you any money there's going to be new amiibos coming to the Switch.
How did you find all of them, man? Did you just buy them as they came out, or what?
Dude, go to Comic Cons like Hyper Japan, and in like anyone who's listened to this and going to the UK, like go to Hyper Japan because they actually sell in the summer because Nintendo sponsors it, and they bring all their amiibos and you can buy them for the actual asking price. Not £50 for Little Mac, not $100 for Lucio or Lucario or Fire Emblem characters. Like,
Damn.
did you hear what happened on eBay with a Rosalina amiibo collector?
No
Did you hear
idea,
what
man.
happened? He bought 10,000 Rosalina amiibos just so that no one else could have them.
What?
For real, yeah. On eBay. He literally bought all of them
That's
just
a
so that no one could have them.
that's a dick move, man.
And you know what's even worse? All the defective ones are worth 3 times more than any of the other amiibos.
Wow, that's garbage.
It's collectors. They're hungry.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm a collector myself, but I mean, I don't collect. I have some amiibos, but I'm not a collector of amiibos. I'm a collector of more so
Video games.
the games themselves. Um,
Yeah. I've recently been trying to find a few antique games myself from the Dragon Ball Z series, like the Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi series on PS2. That was the best fighting series in my personal eyes.
oh, really? I mean,
Yeah, dude, like that was a tight controls.
I haven't actually played any DBZ games, and I've always wanted to try one. It's just something I just haven't done.
Well, if you want my honest opinion, the newest game that they've done on Steam, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, I personally feel like they do patches for it and there are updates for it, but don't bother getting the season pass until it's on sale. But it is a tight game.
How much
The
is it
story
running?
is I don't know, dude. You'll probably have to check out on Steam.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
you can do stuff online with friends. Like you can fight one dude like as a raid battle, like a boss fight. So it's really quite fun.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome. Yeah, because I collect a lot of my collection though. Like if we're talking about collecting though, it's like
Mm.
a lot of it's like when we're talking collecting, it's usually like it's the newer games that I collect, but then it's also like where the real collection lies is more so in like the vintage games. Is that really where I try to collect big time because I don't pick up every new game that comes out because I'm
Mm.
selective about what I want to play.
Yeah, I am as well. But just don't be stuck in your old ways. Because I used to play like Left 4 Dead 2, and that's all I played on the
Oh
Xbox,
no,
like
I like to
every
switch it
day and
up.
every night.
I need to change it up. Like I need some
Mm.
fresh stuff to play. And sometimes that's
Mm.
old stuff because sometimes there's old stuff that I haven't played that I've really enjoyed.
Yeah, that's true. Because I literally, when you brought up Star Fox, because I was doing a stream of Star Fox, like I do it every day because I can complete the game in about 40 minutes.
You
And
speed run? You're a speed runner.
I want to, dude, if there's ever a speed running thing in the UK, or if I ever get asked to go to America for it, I would
Yeah.
totally go.
Well, I'm
I would
about
totally
to.
go.
I think I'm going to try to speed run. I think I'm gonna try to speed run Resident Evil 7, but I don't think I'm going to do it in VR because VR is it's very taxing, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just very, um, it's like draining. I don't know. I know that sounds like ridiculous that a game would drain you out,
Mm.
but it's just because it becomes so like fucking like um yeah. It's about the
Tiring because you're moving your head.
well. It's not even that. It's just that it's just the sheer level of immersion and how things pop out and stuff. Like I know where they're going to pop out, okay, but There's just something about having
Mm.
that thing on your head. It's just very cumbersome, and I can't keep it on for, I couldn't keep it on from beginning to end, in one sit. Like
Fair enough.
I couldn't do that. That would be way too, um, it'd be terrible on my eyes. So I probably will do it if I do a speed run. It's probably going to just be without the VR
Mm.
on.
No, that's understandable, dude. Whatever's comfortable for you, it's your stream, your
Yeah,
speed run. You make the rules, but make it fun.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So you've completed the game Resident Evil 7.
yeah.
So I've got a question for you. How did it feel playing Resident Evil 7, but there not being, let's just say, none of the original playable cast from the other games? Did that upset you, or did you think that stopped the game in any way, shape, or form?
A lot of people are bothered by the fact that they are using the title Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Truthfully, in my opinion, I think that it should have been called Resident Evil Biohazard because it is something different. Um,
Mm.
there is some Easter eggs. Of course, I don't know who's beat the game, who's planning on playing the game. I don't want to give any spoilers, but there are some Easter eggs that do reference some other parts of the Resident Evil, like what do you want to say, world, or
Mm. Yeah,
universe, if you
lore
will.
world. Yeah, yeah, I get you. I get you.
But it was very well done. So I wouldn't say it's not a garbage game. Like, I can't say it's garbage just because of that one particular detail that, oh, it has the title Resident Evil and it's not really, it doesn't, it's not, it's first person,
Mm.
and it's, some people are really upset about being first person and it being like Resident Evil 7. Like, um,
Mm.
you
I
know,
can respect your views on that, and that does make quite a lot of sense to me, really. So,
but
do
it's up
you
to the
feel like
person.
this has got people who worked on PT on this game? Because PT was pretty cool for what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I could see the appeal there. I could also see the appeal with like a well, Evil Within, though, that was actually third person, I believe. Now that I'm thinking about it, um, but
Yeah,
but
you're right.
PT, what I think was so interesting about that was that you're repeating the same thing, but yet there's little things that kind of happen each time that are a little bit different than the previous play.
That is true. So, yeah, because I never played PT myself. I'm not a big fan of the spooky games, but my little Gengars like to see me getting jumped, so there's that. But if you could, if you could see in anything in the next Resident Evil game, I'm not saying they're gonna make it now because I'm pretty sure they're gonna do some DLC story or whatever for
Yeah,
this.
they actually are
But
doing a DLC story. It's No Hero is the name of the content. Don't know what it's about, but that's the name.
it sounds like it could be the prequel to what happened to his. Well, I don't want to give out spoilers because of your viewers. I don't know if they've played it.
Right. Right. Yeah, yeah, but so anyways, to continue your question, what would I, what would I want to see in a if they did another, like a completely new game like Resident Evil 8, if that comes out?
Yeah, yeah. If they did a completely different Resident Evil, because like they've always done awkward camera positions, like you said, from 1, 2, 3. But do you think they got the camera mode right in this game for it being first person, or do you think it should have been over the shoulder?
See, that's hard because, like, I really like the system that they implemented for 5. I thought it was very strong. Um, I thought
Hmm. I did like that.
it played very well. Yeah, actually, OBJ, what happened with that is, um, I ended up pulling 3 winners, and I wasn't able to get in contact with you soon enough to be able to give it. So what I'm probably going to do is probably think about doing something special for you as a result of that because I messed that up for you. So I'll see what I can do for you. Just give me a little bit of time because, you know, uh, money is not always, like, I hate to say it, but sometimes
Free.
it is a problem. So you just got to bear with me on that. But I plan on doing something for you because I like giving back to people that have been supportive. So don't feel left out. I'll definitely make sure that something is done for you. Just gotta
That's nice of you, dude.
just gotta give me some time, man. Yeah, well, it's because I
Okay.
don't want people to feel left out.
Yeah, and that's respectable, and I just hope no one takes advantage of that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's
I'm
all.
just saying. In this case, I had contacted him, then he finally got back to me, and I didn't wait long enough. So this is obviously a special circumstance.
That's cool. That's cool. So let's bring up another conversation I'd like to talk about.
Okay.
Have you talked about Konami? Do you know about Konami? I'm sure you do.
Konami. Konami. That sounds so familiar.
You know, the PT stuff with the Silent Hill, and then they did other
Oh,
good
oh yeah,
games
yeah,
on
yeah.
like,
Like the manufacturer, the production company.
yeah. So in all honesty, they really have screwed everyone over with what they did with Silent Hill and everything else. But can you see them ever recovering and making games for like the Switch or for PS4 or PC anymore? Because I don't know where they stand now. In all honesty.
Okay, so what exactly what was the screw up with Silent Hill? That you need to put me up to speed on that a bit.
Well, you know the guy who made the Metal Gear, no, is it
Metal Gear
he's
Solid?
Snake. Yeah,
Yeah,
the guy who
Snake.
made the Metal Gear Solid. What's the man who made it? I can forget his name, but he's very popular in the fan base.
Oh
Well, he
man.
was making the new PT game, aka Silent Hill,
Yeah.
and that was the demo. And then I think Konami just stopped all production or just screwed him over. You know, Konami never wanted to thank him, never wanted to show gratitude to him, but now he's working with
Yeah.
PlayStation, working on this new game that I'm really interested in. But I just don't, because they've made great games in the past, like on the N64. I've been streaming Mystical Ninja starring Goyman, and that was done by Konami. And Konami also did other fun games
Did
and other funny races
did they do
for.
were they the same people that did Time Crisis?
I don't think they did. Let me just check that. Time
Yeah.
Crisis. That was on PlayStation 2, wasn't it?
Well, it was originally where I remember it was an arcade game that I played the crap out of as a kid.
Time Crisis 2. Oh no, that was done by.
Napcom.
Yeah,
Napcom.
you're right there. Oh, I love that game.
Yeah, that game was a
I
lot of
love
fun.
that game.
But Konami, I'm trying to think of some of the other like there's games that I know of. It's just like now you're kind of quizzing me on my knowledge a bit. But I'm looking just because I probably know like a lot of them. It's probably just something that I just wasn't.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I'm trying to find the ones that I really know well about because I mean they have like kind of like they had a variety of different things. I mean, I think they did a lot of fighting stuff. I know that they did that. I know they did some arcade stuff. I'm pretty sure. Um,
Mm, so, well, Sega's always been pretty good in the, and
yeah.
Namco themselves, they have been good in the arcade environment. So,
Oh yeah,
but
they
I
did
just don't know
Dance
what to think
Dance
of Sega.
Revolution. Sorry.
Oh, I'm not really a dancer myself. I got two left feet.
No, no, I'm not. I'm not really either. For obvious reasons. Um,
But give me Path of the Wrath on the controller. I'll beat that.
yeah, but I mean, so it sounds like they kind of like really botched things with Silent Hill there, huh?
Oh yeah, dude, they totally did. And it's just sad to see that a company that I really enjoyed as a child from the Nintendo 64 days, growing up on the Game Boy Advance,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
just a
yeah,
shame to see that they just didn't want to do anything else with those great IPs that they had. Because Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, they tried to compete that with Legend of Zelda. But in all honesty, if you wanted someone to play an easy game of Legend of Zelda, Mystical Ninjas is the way. And number two was just as good with two-player co-op. And I just feel like these games did get shunned over just because of Mario and Legend of Zelda or Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
And if anyone's a big anime fan, then you will love these games because the artwork is so good. It's
Oh
very, very
yeah.
well done, and Konami did a nice job on it. Um, but that's the thing. Like, there've always been platforms. Nintendo always did platforms. If you think about
Yeah.
it, Donkey Kong Country, Mario, Peach.
Uh,
Luigi's the only person that
what
didn't
about
have a platform. He's more had like a story.
Conker's Bad Fur Day was a 3D platform.
Yeah, that is true. But that one was more of a telling a tale, wasn't it? Really, more like you go to point A,
Yeah.
point B, then point C. You know, it's very like that. But it was a nice story and context, and
Yeah.
the Conker becoming a bad little squirrel. I mean, my God, that was funny as hell.
Yeah, I just recently started working on that game. I plan on finishing it. I was thinking about maybe streaming a little bit tonight or trying to do more of my playthrough on Resident Evil 7 on the harder difficulty, but we'll see what happens.
Can always leave it to a vote.
Yeah, yeah. Are you talking about so Silent Hill, the last title they came out for that, didn't they do like a didn't they come out with some sort of remastered or they came out with another game? Like I know Shattered
You know
Memories.
what? That's a very good question because I know Shattered Memories was on the Wii, I think, because I watched the Game Grumps, so I watched it on there. But
I swear they did some sort of
I don't
remastering
think
thing,
they've ever.
but I could
I honestly can't think of anything of like that, but there might be something on Steam or PlayStation Market. I can't say there is or there isn't.
or maybe that's something to come out. That might have been what I well, it's
Maybe. I mean, it would
The
be
HD
nice.
collection. Yeah, it's saying yeah, there's something here that says what went wrong about the whole HD collection. Yeah, Silent Hill 2. Um yeah, I don't know. I haven't played it so I can't really make a you know, I can't make a
Mm,
judgment.
well, it's classic for its time. People have a lot of hype for number two. I think it was number two. The movies weren't great, but did you ever play Dead Space?
That was one. That's one that I actually want to play through as well.
Dude, do it, but hold on, because you're gonna jump a lot.
Well, I just played Resident Evil 7, so
Oh no, trust me, if this is a blind run, I can assure you, you are gonna jump. In the first game, you're gonna love it. The second game, you are going to find it more horrifying. In the third game, just play it till the end. Don't bother getting the DLC because for free, it wasn't really worth the price, and it really just play the main story. Just save yourself some money, you know.
hey, do you ever remember a game called speaking of Silent Hill, I know we're kind of moving in a different direction, but did you ever play the game Alone in the Dark? The new Nightmare?
Alone in the dark. Alone in the dark. Did that have? No, that's not. I don't know. Was describe to me the game? So I might have done.
Yeah, this one was Alone in the Dark, the new Nightmare. It was that one came out on Dreamcast as
Oh
well.
no, then I can't say I played that.
Yeah, but then there was
The
an
only
yeah, go ahead.
go on.
Oh, I was going to say there was another Alone in the Dark, but it got terrible reviews. It came out like probably
Ouch.
like I don't know. Trying to think of when I thought it would say here. It probably does. It said it got negative reviews.
Ouch. That's not good then.
That's not it doesn't sound promising. 2008 was the was when that came out. But yeah, I don't know. Konami could come back, but I mean, really, if you look through their library, I mean, their strongest titles really lied in Contra and Dance Dance Revolution in the arcade realm,
Yeah.
and then you know Silent Hill, and then beyond that, I mean, I guess it's not really anything else, is there? I mean, there is other
Um.
stuff, but I'm saying like in terms of what they are known for. I guess.
Well, they did make some good games. I think Hudson and I don't think. I don't know. I think Hudson and Konami collaborated on a game on the PlayStation 2 in Japan, where it had Bomberman, Optimus Prime, Solid Snake in it. Um, I can't remember it fully, but I'm pretty sure you can find some kind of YouTubers playing it. Um, I'm just trying to think of. Oh, then that name of the game has gone. Sorry, I'm not good with Japanese.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what else. Like, I was trying to think of other things. Like, what have you been playing recently?
Recently, I've been playing some of the Gears of War 4. I did a stream of that today with my cousin, and he completely raged, and it was hilarious. I've been trying to get better on my drifting at Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing. I do want to continue my story of Dying Light at some point, and I need to practice more on my flank play and DPS play on Overwatch. Because I'm quite a dominant and confident tank. I know when to go in and when not to, you know.
No, that's good. That's good that you're trying to make an effort to.
Mm. And I'm helping other members on Team MZ. Like, if they say, like, I ask them, oh, you play Overwatch, so do you need a tank or a healer? And they say, oh, could do with a healer or a tank. And they actually do well. They actually play well. They do the calls and they do the plays. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so, well, I think I was going to go run and get a bit to eat because I haven't had anything to eat in a while, so I need to
Yeah.
get me some dinner.
Well, I'm gonna probably be playing with Queen tonight on Dead by Daylight or something. So if you wanted to pop over and say hello, something like that, man,
What do you
and
play?
I'll see you there.
What system do you play that on, by the way?
Dead by Daylight, I think you can get it on PC, I think, and
Oh,
then
wait.
they've got the DLC from Halloween.
Oh, Dead by Daylight. Okay. I was thinking of
Oh,
Dead by wait. I was thinking of that other zombie. Oh, Dying Light
Dying Light.
is what I was thinking
Yeah, I've
of.
got that on PC. I
Yeah.
love that game so much.
Yeah, but
I
we'll
need to make a cosplay of those zombies.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get my Dreamcast set up soon to be able to do some streams. It's just it's not quite ready because I need to get like some sort of like thing that I can upgrade it from VGA to HDMI.
Have you looked on eBay for cable things?
Yeah, I know what it
Oh,
is.
look at chat.
What's Did someone else say something now? I need to work on
Yeah,
my sniping and
defense.
defense, except for tor turbo.
Torian.
Yeah. And sometimes
That's,
Junkrat.
oh,
I like
oh, a
Junkrat.
Junkrat player. That's good.
I
Don't,
was messing with him the other day.
hmm. I don't see many of them these days, but I'm starting to see a lot more Widowmakers, which is interesting. And now I'm seeing why everyone's playing as her because it feels good getting that snipe. Oh God, does it feel good?
Yeah. Well, anyways, I really have to use the bathroom here. So
All right, I'll let you get on, dude. Thanks for letting me join in on your podcast. It's been awesome.
yeah, you're welcome to join anytime, man. Like I'm trying to run it consistently every Tuesday around 4 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 p.m. GMT.
Okay, fair enough, dude. Well, I'll let you get on, and yeah, it's been awesome. Thanks for having us chat. It's been awesome.
Yeah, guys, thanks for joining in on this episode of Wheel Talk. I'll be back next week, hopefully with Dual Angel, and if Ben Heartless is available, we will definitely talk more gaming. So I thank you for any support that's given, and I'll see you later. I'm going to be streaming tonight. Ben's going to be streaming, I think, with, Queen Nerd?
Yeah, Queen. Let me just check.
Because there's other queens, I'm
Queen
sure.
Belovic. Yeah, Belovic.
Okay, okay, okay.
Belikov.
Yeah.
But yeah, she'll be streaming tonight, and I'll be playing with her and Dead by Daylight in trying to survive, and we're gonna scream and cry.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna try some more Resident Evil tonight, I think. Um
Oh, cool.
Maybe a little bit
That
CS:GO
sounds.
before.
Oh, nice, nice. Well, be sure to pop over if like the stream's not ready yet. But right, I'll let you get on because we're just sitting here doing nothing. So I'll
Yeah.
let you go on, dude.
All right, all right. I will see you later.
Peace out.